Hey guys, K Divine. Just come back with another quick message. Um, y'all, I told y'all a while back about that dream I had with my mom and my former boss, and how that was my message about like the narcissist is back to their old tricks. But something just dawned on me about that dream, because I was watching some videos about narcissism, and I'm like, it got me thinking about that dream. Y'all got people mad right now because you're not there anymore, which is just so crazy. Because narcissistic people, they push and push and push and push and push, and they push and they push and they push some more, and they push and push and push, and it's like, I know that their goal is to make you self-destruct and doubt yourself, but it's like eventually they were going to lose you one way or another. One way or another, the narcissist is always going to lose their supply. That's just what it is. I mean, but you guys are like grade A supply though. Like so many of y'all, especially those of y'all that come from like narcissistic parents, especially narcissistic mothers, they've gotten so much sympathy and empathy from people for so long using your name. I bet some of y'all got kids, and you probably keep your kids away from your narcissistic mom because you're like, yeah, I'm not dealing with that lady anymore. And she probably be going around telling people like, I don't get to see my grandchildren. I'm sorry. I don't get to see my grandchildren. She keeps my grandchildren away, but it's like she don't even really care about them for real. The narcissist is mad that you're gone because you they don't have anyone to blame anymore. Like, this is the funny thing about narcissism when it comes down to them having scapegoats, because it's like, because it just doesn't feel the same, because it's like, well, like I said, you guys are grade A supply, so the way that you did things was completely different than how everybody else does it for them. Bullying you just hits different. Manipulating you, lying to you, cheating on you, whatever it is, whoever the narcissist is in your life, it hits different with you. And also because a lot of time and a lot of you guys are grade A supply too, because of the empathy that you have, because you always were willing to keep trying with this person. You were always showing up for them. You were always being considerate, and like you just maneuvered differently. That's why I said it just hits different. But somebody right now is going through like mad withdrawals because they used to be able to utilize you and pinpoint you and say, well, see, look at this person and see how they do this, and like they were always able to do that. But now, because you've been gone for so long, I've been telling y'all that they're losing credibility, but it's happening rapidly now. Because if you go back and watch one of my videos, I talked about the new supply is the narcissist's karma, because the narcissist is always going to need to pick a new victim once you go. They had back burner supply and shit like that, people that they use when they couldn't get to you, or if you were busy or occupied at the time. But none of those people is not the same, because you got to understand something. The narcissist thrives on not revealing themselves to everyone. That is how they're able to get so many people on their side. Most people don't get to see that inner self, who they really are behind closed doors. Because anybody, especially if you grew up with narcissistic parents, you know exactly what I'm talking about. you know how your parents would go out in public and how they'd be so kind and helpful. Like a lot of them, some of them were school teachers, or they worked with charities or for charities, or, you know, they were always helping other people out. But when it came to their children, when it came to the people in their lives that they were responsible for, they didn't treat you that well. And you never understood that. You would sit here and literally watch your parents do other things for people who were not their children while you sat there and struggled. And then when you struggled or you didn't meet their expectations, they would blame you for it and say that something was wrong with you. And they would never take accountability for it and say, you know, I didn't do my part as a parent. Right? So now that you're gone, especially as an adult child, and you've separated yourself from the family, which is so crazy to me, because a lot of these narcissistic, toxic families be over here talking about how you're the problem. So then when you remove yourself, and it's like, okay, well, I'm the problem, so I'm gonna stay away. I'm not going to bother with you. I'm not going I'm gonna leave you alone. I'm gonna make myself scarce in your life, because clearly I'm doing something, I'm not doing enough for you. And then and it's like at this point you realize, like, I'm never gonna be enough, I'm never gonna do enough, I'm never gonna achieve enough that will make you feel better about me, because you want me to still be living in whatever state you want me to live in. Like, I remember when I started to heal, and I said so, I don't remember what conversation me and my sister were having, but she looked at me kind of like nervously, and she was like, well, yeah, but she was like, but you were a lot, like you were really, you were a lot when you were a teenager. And I was like, yeah. I said, but I was sick and I needed help. I said I was struggling and I needed help. I needed help because I did. I wasn't acting out because I'm just a bad person and I was just a bad kid. I needed to be loved. Like, I needed love. And I was looking for love in all the wrong places. And I acted out because I wanted attention. I wanted attention, even if it was negative. I didn't care. And it's like, if that, but they want to hold you to those standards. Like, that's the thing about, especially that I just talked about, the toxic narcissistic family system. Like, they want the version of you that they see is the version of you where you were the lowest. And it's so crazy because it's like you could be 30, 40, 50, 60 years old and they still talking about what you did when you were 16. They're still talking about what you did when you were 25. And it's like, okay, but that was then. Like, but it's like, God forbid you bring up their past. Oh my God, let's not even talk about what they did, because the minute you talk about what they did, they're like, well, that's not the same thing. That's not the same thing. We're not talking about the same thing. It's like, okay, it's cool when we talking about me, but it's a problem when we talking about you. Got it. But these people are missing you. They miss the attention that they got having you to blame. And they're still, some of them are still trying to find ways to blame you for the things that they're going through, even though you're not around. And people are actually starting to question it. They're like, wait a minute, didn't you just tell me 6 months ago that you haven't spoken to her? So has that changed? Well, no. Well, then how did that affect you? How are they asking you for money if they haven't spoken to you? Or did they contact their sister? Did they contact your sisters or your brothers? Or no? Then how are they financially bleeding you if they're nowhere around? At them jobs, ooh, Lord Jesus. At them jobs that y'all had to leave or that you got fired from or whatever, and that narcissistic boss was blaming you for everything. The same issues are continuing to happen. And the crazy part about this is, like, for a lot of those toxic jobs, I think a lot of these jobs are going through this right now too. A lot of those bosses, a lot of those narcissistic bosses, they tend to hire yes men. They tend to hire people and put people in positions who aren't going to question them or their authority. You know, the bootlickers, the ass kissers, those are the people that they hire. But none of those people have backbones or spines, and all of them are fighting for the same level of attention. And so they end up fighting with each other because now they don't have you to bully anymore. Or the people that they choose to bully, it's not the same because they're not benefiting from the bullying. Like I've been telling y'all that a lot of y'all, the reason why you got fired from those jobs, or the reason why you ended up having, got pushed out of the job or had to leave, was because you're way too great for that job. Way too great. Your ideas are too great. Your the way that you show up, just doing your regular work, you just outshine people, and they can't stand that shit. And they wanted to push you out because the mediocrity was just so upset in there. All the people who were way too mediocre, and they couldn't deal with your excellence, and they felt like if you were gone, then their mediocrity would actually look like it was greater. And right now this is starting to prove that they never had anything to begin with, because they would copy the things that you did thinking that they could just become you somehow, but they're realizing that they can't do it. And now they hate you even more because not only are you not around for them to continue to copy off of you, but now you're not even thinking about them or worried about them or anything like that. And a lot of those people need you. They need you. And God forbid, like the narcissist tried to copy off of someone else that they thought was going to work out, and they're realizing that that person's an idiot right now. That person's dumb, and they're showing it through and through and through, time and time again. These people are going nuts without you. Not only is the narcissist up to their old tricks, they're also having a hard time thriving the way that they used to. Like this is just only the beginning of the narcissistic collapse. Is it true what they say? The higher you go, the longer the fall. They falling, and it's gonna be a hard fall when they do. And I know you've been trying to get back up and dust yourself off, and it's been hard. You've been through some struggles, but I just want you to understand that there's always purpose in the pain. And I know that what these people did was, there's really no words for it. It's so demonic and so disturbing. The things that these people have done, the things that these people have said to you, the things that they did behind closed doors, the whispers, the smear campaign, the rumors, the financial abuse, the psychological abuse, all of that was meant to destroy you. Especially for those of you who are going through this in like all different sectors of your life. Like for me, my family disowning me, the job, the neighborhood, the relationship, all of that stuff was happening all at the same time. I really thought I was going to lose my mind for real. And I'm not saying I didn't have my moments, because it was definitely a lot going on. It was a lot going on. And then the gang stalking continuing after that was even worse. Because I was like, damn, I can't even be homeless without these motherfuckers coming after me. It's just a lot. Like, it's the dirty game that these people play. And like I said, this was all meant to destroy you. But you're going to get back up, and you're going to be better, and you're going to be okay. And I believe that a lot of the success and things that will happen and that are coming for you, not only did you earn it, but you letting go of those people kind of pushed you in that direction. Because honestly, especially coming from a narcissistic family, you wasn't going to be as successful if you kept those people around you, because they would have continuously tried to, they were going to make you feel like you weren't worthy enough to do the things that you're about to do. You needed to get away from certain people so that you could hear your own voice. And if you believe in God, then you needed to hear God's voice, or the universe, or whatever it is you believe in. You needed to hear your higher self. You needed to hear that divine voice in your ear telling you what to do, and not hear the voice of other people. Because you got to understand that a lot of the thoughts that people have don't belong to them. they belong to other people. The things that people have said to you, you hear those things a lot, and you believe that that's you telling yourself like you can't do it. Those aren't your thoughts. You're capable. You can do it. You're going to be amazing. You're going to be great. And I can't wait to see what you do. I'm excited for you. Them narcissists are going through it right now, y'all. I know you may not see it. I know that you're I know if you're waiting for karma, like, don't be sitting back trying to wait and watch these people fall. It's gonna happen, and when it happens, it's gonna happen big. It's good. It's gonna be like, damn, they did what? Because when I tell you that when these people get exposed, when the mask completely comes off and people can see full throttle who these people are, it's done for them. And that's usually when you start getting apologies from people, when people start saying like, well, I remember a couple of years ago that I remember they were saying X, Y, and Z about this person, but now it's coming out that that was really them that was doing this and blah, 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 blah. Then you're going to have people reaching out to you on Facebook, secretly on Instagram and stuff, and like, I'm so sorry. I didn't know, and I'm so, can you forgive me? Forgive them. But deny access. No, we can never be friends again. No, I don't want to talk to you. No, I don't want to have coffee with you. No, I don't want to go to your house. No, I don't want to have dinner with you. I don't want any of those things. It's done for you. Y'all let them narcissists shake in their boots, though. They deserve it. All that bullshit they be doing, all the demonic activity. Let them shake in their boots. If you want to book a session with me, send me an email. It's in my description. $30 for a 30-minute session. $60 for an hour-long session. Send me an email. Tell me what time you want to do it. We'll work it out. I'll let you know what my schedule is. And we'll go from there. All right. I love y'all. It's your girl, Kay Divine. I'll see you later. Bye.